All right, I'm live. Hey guys, how you guys doing tonight? It's really cold. My cheeks are red. I've been out feeding, breaking ice, and all that good stuff. Scott Turner's in here. Hello, Scott. Mom, Patty. I think there's 4 people in here. So we'll wait a minute, let people start coming in. If they start coming in, I saw a couple of live streams. And I don't know that they are normal live streams. Hey, Diane McMahon, Kevin and Kimberly from Grounds Family Farm, Sue Sweeten. Hey. So pin in the comment section is it says old video. It's a link to an old video that it was one of us moving from the other house that I used to live in. When I started the channel, I was at another house, different location. It was in I had 10 acres instead of 19 and a half, and it was wooded. There was no pasture there. And so, but the reason hey, Ovita, the reason I put it there and pinned it there, so that you guys can go back and look at where we came from. So having animals, doing things in wooded acreage is a whole lot different than where I am now, where there's hardly any trees up by where, up towards the road. There's a lot of pasture. We do have some trees, but it's along close to the fence line. It is not the fence line, but the trees are all the way in the back. So it changes the way summers and winters feel. But beyond that, I wanted you to see Greg and how young he looked, how much weight I did not have. Probably shouldn't have pointed that one out. But then also Sean is in there, and Sean has been in a few of the videos recently, and he's quite popular in the comment section anyway. So it is, since they're a few years old, Sean is, I don't know, 11, 12 years old. I've forgotten how old he is. But this would have been a few years ago, and so he looks a lot smaller, a lot younger, and it is fun to go back and watch. So that's what that video pin in the comment section is. If it won't let me put it. It's in the chat section. It won't let me put it in the comment section. I can't figure out how to do that. I know that after this live stream is over, I can go back and put it in the comment section below the video. So if you are watching the replay, I'll try to remember to pin it at the top of the comments down below the video so that you guys can go back and watch it. But it has Greg, and I didn't watch the whole thing. I went looking specifically for when Curtis was there helping us move. So it'll have Greg, and it'll have which is Curtis's older brother. Not Curtis, Sean is what I'm trying to say. Sean, the younger one, his older brother, older than Curtis. Him and Greg were friends, and it has Curtis in it, Sean in it. I don't remember if it has Curtis in it or not. But again, I was trying to find one with Sean in it because you guys are really liking Sean a lot. Plus, I want you to see, I have a lot of new subscribers, so I want you to see where we came from. I started YouTube over at that other place, and I just started it. So, yeah, it was the video is pretty bad as far as me talking to the video and everything, but it's really cool to go back and look and see how everybody's changed, especially like Sean, because he was so at that age. 3 years is a big difference. Let's see who's in here. I've got to put on glasses. Well, readers anyway, so that I can see. I see a Kim, but I can't read what it says. Patty, Reba. Oh, and there's the light. Hey, y'all, from the mighty frigid state of Iowa. Pray y'all are keeping toasty and warm. Kim, it is 22 degrees here, which I know is pretty warm in a lot of places. Here, that would be considered cold. For me right now, it is kind of warm. Patty says, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Thank you, Patty. When you go out and in the mornings and it's 8 degrees, 9 degrees, 10 degrees, 22, it feels a lot different. So I'm glad to have that. Tomorrow morning when we get up, they keep moving it. But anywhere from 6 to 8 degrees in the morning, 6 o'clock. when I'm outside is what it's supposed to be. Supposed to get up into the low 20s tomorrow. Wednesday, like Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, is not supposed to be quite as cold. I think we're getting out of that cold blast. Hey, Diane, Arctic blast, cold front, whatever it is. And Kim says she'll trade you -4, -18 with wind chill. No, thank you, Kim. We are not used to that kind of weather here in Oklahoma, Northeast Oklahoma. It's pretty cold right now to us. And I'll be glad when we are out of it. Sue says it is 61 where she is. Where are you? Are you in Arizona? Where are you, Sue? Jovita, what is it like there? I don't know what part of Texas you're in. I know I keep asking you and I keep forgetting because I'm not real familiar with Texas. I know Texas is getting a lot of cold weather, snow and ice. Yes, Sue is in Arizona, Phoenix area, and it is 61 degrees. Man, that's nice. I am looking forward to getting out of the cold. I don't do well in the cold. I don't do very well with as little sun as I'm getting. It's a lot better in the spring and summer. I hesitate to say spring because that's also when tornadoes come, and we had, I think, record number of tornadoes in Oklahoma in 2024. Now that was spring and, well, there's a whole year, but like we had a lot of tornadoes in spring and in the fall in 24. So maybe to go the other direction in 25, I don't know, but we had a lot of tornadoes, and we had a couple get pretty close to where I live. Really we got in a safe room. And down south, the Eddy family, who else is down there? Kevin, Arms family, all them, Sulphur area, they got hit hard. There's Amy living in Abundant Grace Homestead. Robert Mac Media, where you watch? Oh, from Vietnam. Robert Mac Media is constantly moving around, traveling. So there's really not a lot to talk about besides the weather and the inauguration. I'm not going to spend the whole live stream talking about the inauguration, but it is a big event. It's a big change in America. Robert Mack, 7:24 a.m. morning, and it's hot. I would rather it be hot. I am hopeful for this new administration. I do have my concerns about the administration itself. Like nobody's perfect. Nobody's God but God. But I am very hopeful that this next few years is going to be better than things in the last few years, and the way that things were handled. But I really hate to be one that is. I'm not trying to put fear out there, but I don't know how we're going to come out of what we're in. And that wasn't done in just 4 years. Now, these last 4 years really messed things up, like for America. But I'm really waiting to see if we can come out of the mess that we're in. I don't know. In my mind, I don't know how you fix what's going on. Hopefully, they're a lot smarter than I am, and they can figure it out. Kelly Clayton, I've been sick with pneumonia, very weak, but wanted to jump on and say hi. Kelly, I'm glad that you came on to say hi. You've got to be very careful with that pneumonia. Susie Sweeten says, only by God's grace. Yes, that is true. So that's another thing going along with that is TikTok. TikTok was banned and then it wasn't. Is TikTok working now? I'm not on TikTok. TikTok is pretty bad. It's pretty dangerous, So for my mind and for my soul, so I don't get on TikTok. And I tell you what, Instagram's not far from it. I am on Instagram. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, and I try to be very careful with what I let myself watch. But TikTok was a little bit much for me. However, I don't, as of right now, I don't see, unless there is really a danger, a national security danger. I don't think that it should be banned from adults. I think parents should be very watchful over their children, but that's not just with TikTok, that's with the internet in general. Because once you know, there's things on there that you can't, once you see it, you can't unsee and you can't unhear. And I've accidentally run into some stuff on both Instagram and Facebook. As a matter of fact, something that popped up on my screen on Facebook one time, I reported. So it's you got to be very careful. So is it working? Kelly, get lots of lots of rest and lots of water. Robert Mack watched the inauguration from Vietnam. I hope everything gets better for all. Yes, I hope so too. Throughout the world, there's a lot going on throughout the world, and today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day as well. So anyway, along with TikTok being banned, CapCut. I did not know that it was the same. Is it CapCut or what is it called? That I think it's CapCut. Now I gotta look. Yes, CapCut. I don't know if it was banned or if China pulled it out of the App Store or what, but we were not able. And I don't use CapCut, but I use Filmora. But a lot of people use CapCut to edit videos and shorts and stuff. Kim says, I've heard just within the past couple of days of some pretty bad things going on Instagram. Yeah, I'd be interested in knowing, Kim, what you're talking about. YouTube is enough for me. Yes. Yeah. So Instagram has all these reels that I guess TikTok started the reels. I don't know. They just come, the reels and the shorts and all that, and everybody else tries to follow suit because it's real popular. You don't have to have a lot of time. You sit there and you scroll through the short videos or the reels or whatever you want to call them. It's just the vertical shorts that are like 60 seconds or less. Dad's in here. He said, hit that thumbs up. Hey, Wild Huckleberry, good evening. And so it's very addictive, but also you don't really pick and choose what what you see. I mean, you're scrolling down and it could be like on Instagram, you could be scrolling down and you could hear clips of sermons or clips of worship. And then the next thing you know, you see clips that are like total opposite of what you would see in church. And so you don't really have a lot of choice in what's thrown up in front of you. They say that the algorithm is working to show you what you want to see, but I have seen things that I would rather have not seen, and I can't really unsee now on Instagram. And when you open up your app on YouTube, like it opens up onto shorts now. It doesn't open up to like videos. Sometimes, okay, it just did. It just made a liar out of it. It just opened up on videos. But a lot of times I'll open it up and it will open up to the short section. And I'm already I've seen 3, 4, 5 seconds of a short. And your reaction is to scroll if you're not even interested in the short. And it just brings up another short. Next thing you know, you're trapped in there watching reels and watching shorts. So what have you guys got going on as far as your homesteading? What is the next plan? What are you guys doing during the time that it's like single digits and in the 20s? Is everybody using a heater? Are you going out with a shovel or an axe breaking ice like I am? Kelly Clayton says it is all a rabbit hole. Yes, it is. Let's see. Oh, I needed to remind you guys. About the Homesteading Expo coming up in March. You need to go get your tickets now. And if you're traveling and you plan on like getting a hotel room, you need to start making reservations for that. There are, and I think there may be a list of hotel rooms. If you go to like OK Homesteading Expo on Facebook, they put posts up, and I remember seeing a list of hotels and a list of RV places where you could stay, and if you have an RV. So check them out on Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, they do have the Okie Homesteading. I think it's okiehomesteading.com. If somebody could find that link and put it up there, that would be awesome. Shane is in here. Evening, all. Amy's trying to keep her animals warm and breaking ice 4 times a day. My animals are not that lucky, Amy, when I'm at work. Luckily, I'm only in town at work 3 days a week. And so 4 days a week, I'm able to be at home and tend to the animals more often. The problem is this really cold part didn't hit till last night today. It was cold Sunday. I had to break ice Sunday, but it wasn't like it was this morning or this evening. It was really bad this evening. And then tomorrow, because it's going to be in the single digits all night and into the morning tomorrow, I'll go out and I'll break ice and I'll go to work. It'll freeze and they'll have to wait till I get home, and I'll break ice again and they'll get a drink again. Unfortunately, that's how it goes. The wild huckleberry. And you guys are going to have to keep this chat going. Hey, Kate Barnes. You guys are going to have to keep this chat going, or I'm going to have to end it early. I got home and I started feeding and I moved animals where they needed to go. I broke ice and I came over here. I don't even have a fire going at my house yet. And that is my source of heat. So I haven't done anything. Made no preparations for a live stream at all. So anyway, if you don't keep the chat going, if you don't have questions, if you don't have discussion, we'll end it early. No big deal. But I don't want to end it early if you guys want to keep it going. But I just need your help here. Wild huckleberry. We've got a heater in one trough, but breaking ice in others. Why are the others smaller, or is the trough smaller than the others? How come it's just one heater? Or maybe it's just expensive. I don't know. And my case is having I don't want, and somebody offered, and they may be in the live, I don't know, because there's 32 people in here and not 32 people talking, chatting, but they offered to buy me a water heater. They said to go to make a wish list on Amazon, which, by the way, they're like I don't know how many people have asked me to make a wish list, and I've done it. But I found out the link wasn't working. When she had me go, she said something about making an Amazon wish list. It's like, I've got one. I've got it, in all the video descriptions. And the link wasn't working, so I went back and fixed that. But she wanted to buy one. She wanted me to put it on the wish list so she can buy the one that I wanted and send it through Amazon. And the thing is, the only outdoor outlet that I have is in the backyard at my back door where Maggie and Chester are. And so I don't want to run, and I'm not real comfortable with extension cords running across the yard with rain, ice, and snow anyway. But I definitely won't run it with Maggie and Chester there. When we had the guys working on the well and they were digging the trench and stuff, they had an extension cord plugged into that back outlet and over the fence and to whatever machine they were working with. And one of the dogs tore into that extension cord pretty good. And I imagine they got a shock. But I don't want to. That's the only reason. So I keep to breaking ice for as long as I can. with the with with Rocky and with the chickens, and the dogs out back. Usually in the backyard, I have the 5-gallon water buckets, um, and I have it full of water. But in the wintertime, I get the rubber bowls so that I can just stomp on it. Like the rubber bowls, they bend and breaks the ice. The ice falls out, and I just put new water in. That's what I have for everybody else during the winter. Can't do that for the cows. And I haven't done that. I should do that for the goats, the girl goats. Like I have a big rubber tub. You guys seen that? There's no way you can dump that over and dump that out. I mean, it's huge. And then I have a blue plastic tub, and then the little orange things that are actually supposed to be feeders. I need to put some rubber bowls out there in addition to those big bowls, I guess. I don't know. I just with like 4 or 5 right now. I think there's seven. There's 7 goats out there right now. Um, because I have 2 of Amy's over being bred, and then I have my buck out there, and I have 4 does. So with that many, it just feels like I need a lot more water, and I do. I need a lot of water out there, and so I would need like several several of the little rubber bowls to do that. But then again, I would still have to fill it up with water. Um, and on days like today, where the low is 8, 9, 10, and then the high is only 22, you got to be real careful about the water hose freezing and all that. So anyway, that's what I do, and that's why I don't do the heater. I break the ice. Um, Kelly says, funny how your lives do not get many people. I wonder why. Although I like the way we can chat in here and be seen. Kelly, I don't know. I used to get more. I don't know why. I don't know why. Um I quit doing lives last last winter for a while. I was doing them every week, and then it started dwindling down, and so I quit doing I think it was in the winter. I'm not sure if it was the winter or the summer. I don't remember. And then I just recently started doing the Monday Night Lives again. So I don't know. There's 30 people right here. There's anywhere between usually 30 and I guess 30 and 60. Sometimes it'll get up to 80, but usually on average between 30 and 60 people in here. I get a lot of people doing the replay too. But there are a few other lives in the same niche as mine right now, and so that will affect it. And they're bigger channels. That will definitely affect the number of people comes in. And also another thing that affects it is if I'm on the laptop or I'm on the phone. If I'm on the phone, it's vertical, and it kind of puts it on the short shelf, which more people see that. And then you get a bunch of uh, people that aren't necessarily subscribed to the channel in watching the lives. But another thing is it is harder to do a live stream when you're by yourself, or it is for me. It would seem to me that it would be harder for everybody because um, you can't always be talking like, okay, Cassie, she may could do it, but like it's I don't always have anything to say, and so usually if another person's with you, when you run out of things to say, the next person can jump in. um Lorie M says, hi Lorie, I'm late, but yes, sweetheart, what a happy day. Yes, it is. K Burns says, hit the thumbs up. Lorie Carp is in here. Lorie M and Lorie Carp. Shane says 45th and 47. That's for sure. It's crazy. That is crazy how things went down. I just moved the chat, and I don't know where I am now. Give me a second to figure this out. Okay, so Okay, there we are. Amy Goodman's in here. How are you, Amy? I wish I could have a fire. You can't have a fire? Why can't you have a fire? How's Titus? Titus is good. Titus is trying his best to be a good boy. He's got to stay away from Chester, and he's got to stay away from Eddie. I don't know what it is. Eddie, well, it's me. Eddie's jealous of Titus. Titus is jealous of Eddie, and it's a problem sometimes. But I have them together. I just have to watch them really closely. I've put them in timeout a few times. One time I put Eddie in timeout in a kennel, and he was still barking and growling and mad, trying to get at Titus. And Eddie's 12. It's funny. I don't know. Lorie, I'm so happy today and feeling hopeful again for the first time in a while. 45th and 47 is the best. Someone said that. Someone said something about him being the best president, and I had to think about in our lifetime, and I had to think about that for a minute. And we'll see what these 4 years bring for me to make up my mind on that. But what I can tell you, in my lifetime, the worst one just moved out of office. Like, I honestly, I don't know how anybody could say that he was a good president. And a lot of people aren't saying it, like on both sides of the spectrum, on both sides of the political spectrum. How bad has the temps been? It's -1 right now. The temps this morning were single digits. It's 22 right now, but it's supposed to get down to between 6 and 8 tonight, and into 6 and 7 o'clock this in the morning is supposed to be that low. So when I'll be out breaking ice and feeding, it will be single digits, which is really cold for where I am. We're just not used to that. Because I've only bought one heater. I need one for small bows and for the chicken. So the only reason you don't have, okay, I see. The only reason Wild Huckleberry has one heater is because they haven't purchased one yet, or the others yet. Because I hear they're expensive. Like, I started to say because they're expensive, but I haven't really priced them either because it's not been something I'm going to do. Hope everyone is doing well and staying warm. I'm freezing by me. Hasn't gotten warmer than 35 all day, and teens tonight. How long have I been? Debbie? So we use that term homesteading lightly. And as I began to even try to figure out a name for my channel, I looked up and pondered the definition of homesteading and farming and farmsteading and things like that. But as far as how long have I been on this journey to learn how to homestead and how to live the farm life, about 4 years. Like, no, it would be. So I moved out to some property probably 5 or 6 years ago, that 10 acres. I've been where I am for 3 years, but and I had at the other place I had goats and chickens and ducks, and that's it. Guineas for a short time. I don't like guineas, but so my learning process has been very slow, but living out in rural life has probably been about 6 years. I don't know if that answered your question or not. And the reason I hesitate is because although I have cattle and I have goats, I don't milk the goats. I do eat the steers. We have I say we. Amy has come over. Usually, if I were processing chickens, it's together with someone else. It's not just me. As a matter of fact, I don't unalive the chickens. I can clean them, but I don't, dispatch them. I don't know if I guess I don't know if I could or not. But the big part when you think of farming and you think of homestead, at least for me, in addition to the animals that you would have, I think about gardening, and I can't garden. I have tried a couple of times and I get distracted. I get frustrated. I get, I don't know. I don't know. Like one year we had a drought. One year I moved, like I started growing in raised beds and I was actually, growing things. And then I moved, like right in the midst of all of that. And so I don't know. Does that answer your question? I've been piddling for about 6 years. I really need to learn how to garden, and other things. Like the goats are pretty much a hobby. I like goats. I used to sell the kids, and I still sell the kids. They just don't sell for as much as they used to. You used to could sell the kids and at least recoup what you put into the goats, and then you enjoy the goats. But you can't hardly do that anymore. You lose money. You lose money a lot. I don't think anybody can homestead and not work outside the homestead, but it's getting worse. Um, but I don't milk the goats. So then you got like a pet, and I don't really. For me, I'm not attached to them like I am attached to a pet, and half of them aren't even named. So then it's a hobby farm, you know. So I don't know. We have milked. Last no, I haven't milked. I know how to milk. I haven't milked. I don't milk goats. But Amy over at Living Abundant Grace, she does milk her goats. They do drink the milk. They do. She does make cheeses and things out of it. She and I, for a short time, made soap with the goat milk and sold it. And we have not done that in how long, Amy? 4 years, something like that, 3 or 4 years. At least 3. We haven't done it at this new house. But that's about as homesteady as I have gotten. I guess I could buy the heated dog bowls for the chickens. Yeah. I wish there was like a way to do like some sort of solar powered water heaters. Even if it was just like you wouldn't need very much heat to help. Like when it's in the single digits and the wind's blowing, it's going to freeze. You can't fix that without electricity. Without plugging into electricity. But if they would have some kind of solar powered something, maybe it would help. Living in Abundant Grace says, I do have one heated bucket, but we have 5 other water buckets. So you need some more heated. But you guys run the extension cords, don't you? You can run the extension cords, and it doesn't bother you to run the extension cords all over the yard. Okay. Grounds Family Farm just going to have to get you some solar. Yeah. Well, I wish they made it all in one unit. You're probably talking about solar panels and hooking up to a battery and run it from the battery to the heater. I wish they had like a solar water heater. Like they have the solar what do you call fountains, the solar fountains that you can put in ponds. Jovita says currently 42 degrees with a feel like of 34 here in South Texas. Are you guys expected to get snow or ice or anything, Jovita? Yes, you are. South Texas, I think you are, aren't you? Shane says, with the goats and dogs, you have to be careful with any cord. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, with goats, I have thought about that, but in this conversation I had, you can't put anything with the goats. Like they will chew everything. And that's why I put the fence around that big oak tree out there instead of giving them that oak tree, because they will chew that tree. They will chew the bark up and eventually kill it. They will chew everything. Amy says 8 there tonight. So I guess that's what it is here too, because we're not too far from each other. Diane says -12 in South Dakota. Diane, you can have that weather. South Dakota. I didn't know you were in South Dakota. Where did I think you were? I didn't realize you were in South Dakota. Lori Carp says that's cold for you, Jovita. We got like 17 degrees today with a real feel around 1 or 2. Supposed to get to 1 tonight. Sue Sweeten just got a freeze alert for tomorrow night. Yeah, Kelly remembers that. I guess you're talking about my live streams. Yes, I did quit for a while. And there's 39 people in here now. 41 people. 31 thumbs up. Y'all don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you know where it is. Looking for solar bowl. Do they have those? Solar bowls. Peggy Goad retracted a message, but I know she's in here. Hey, Peggy. I don't know if you've said anything before, if I said anything to you, but hi. Enjoy the game, Vincent. Vincent's going to go. Football coming on. That would be Dad. Stitching it up. Capturing country life. Hey from Texas. Well, hello, Texas. Okay, Peggy says, I'm late. Sorry, I'll get right on that essay. So the essay tonight, Peggy, is, I don't know. Somebody give her a topic. She's late, so she got an essay to write. Here's Ed Kirkpatrick. He's expecting 2 inches of snow. First snow in 7 years. Ed, how many days left to the expo? And so while I've got now I've got 45 people in there must be a live ending and people are coming over. Hey, Jan, Simply Jan Homestead. I have different people. I have more people in here than I did earlier. I wanted to let you know that the pinned link at the top of the live chat, it says old video, and it is a video a few years, 3 years ago, something like that, of when we were moving from my other place to where I live now. And so you get to see kind of what kind of property I have, because it was all wooded. It was a lot different than where I am now. But also you get to see Greg, he was in there, but Sean was in there. Sean that has been in my videos helping me out lately. Around the property, he's in there, and he's when he's Amy, how old is he? Is he 11 or 12? I don't know how old he is, but when you're that young, a few years makes a big difference. He looked so tiny in those videos. So be sure to go check that video out, and when this live stream is over, I'm going to pin it in the comment section down below so that you guys can go check that out, because it's really cute to see everybody and the way they look then and where we came from. Let's see. Stitching it up. Capturing Country Life said thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up, y'all. Everybody is just high. Sean is 11. So he looked a lot younger than like 8 or 9 in that video. Hey, Faye Bailey. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Sharon, love Sean in your videos. The banter between the two of you makes me laugh. Well, I'm glad it makes you laugh. Tell you, Sean is ornery. You see me being ornery to him, but off camera, you'll catch it on camera. Watch him do stuff. Grin about it. But he is ornery, man. Living in a Bit of Grace says, Sean and I laughed so hard going back and watching that video. So did you go back and you talking about the old video that I've got pinned? I actually put it on I pinned it in the comment of that last video I put up too. Is that the one you're talking about, Amy? What did Sean think? What did Sean think about me leaving that part where he forgot he had a mic on? What did he think about that? Cheryl Guess saying hi to everybody. Red Bailey, Faye Bailey's next. Stitching up, capturing country life. Might have snow tonight. What's up, Matthew? It is cold. Everybody's just... Jackie Sailor. Shane says, love watching Sean and you. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoy that. One of these days, oh, lost a lid to the pen. One of these days, Sean's going to have his own YouTube channel, he says. I don't know what the content would be, the niche, but that's what he says. Simply Jane Homestead, well, dang, I want to hear it again. Hear what? I missed it. I'm lost. We're supposed to get snow down here tomorrow afternoon. I gotta get this pen lid. It's Mom's. I'll get grounded. 48 people, 42 thumbs up. But not everybody, I know not everybody watches on the computer or on the phone. Some people are on their TV, and some people just don't know how to do the thumbs up. But I'm glad you're in here. Amy says he is ornery, for sure ornery, and he talks a lot. Sometimes he's quiet, but for the most part, he talks a lot. Yes, Ed says, rest in peace, Lila Newton. If you guys hadn't heard about Lila. Peggy, I have to keep water thawed for 3 rabbit cages, and that has been the hardest for me. Been going out twice a day to check on them. How are you keeping water thawed for small containers like that? Jackie just did the thumbs up. Thank you, Jackie. I'm still thinking about getting into the rabbits. I'm concerned. Well, now that you mentioned the water, I was going to say I'm concerned mostly about the summer, and I still am. I'm mostly concerned about the summer because I see people like putting water bottles in the freezer and putting it with the rabbits, and it's like there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a way to keep them alive other than having to do that. And then people put fans on them. I'm not going to do that. So I don't know. It seems like, I don't know. It just never seemed like rabbits would be that hard. I think if I did get some rabbits, I would clean out next to the shop, on the side of the shop where I'm walking through the gate. I have the big maple tree. Oh, it's backwards on here. So for y'all, I have the big maple tree over here and the shop over here. And when I'm walking through the gate, I was going to put them up by the shop. And so in the summertime, it was shade there. Like, so, but this idea of breaking water in the winter, I don't know. You can't break it. You would have to replace it. You would have to constantly. I guess it wouldn't be that big of a deal if they're small waters. I still may do the rabbits. Jackie says, oh no, I'm so sorry for Lila's family. Yes. Yeah, that to me, see, I didn't know she was sick. I just found out just a few hours ago, and it was very unexpected to me. Kelly says, I'm so cold. Jackie, are you going to eat the rabbits? I have never had a rabbit. Couldn't answer that. But I am not against that. I would sell them as meat rabbits. And not sure if I would process them or not. But the goal is to have meat rabbits, to sell them and to have them just in case I ever needed or wanted them. So, raise them, sell them, and constantly have them in case I need them. Peggy says I have to beat the ice out and replace it. This is our first year. What kind of rabbits do you have, Peggy? Rabbits love them frozen bottles. What do you do when utilities go out? What do people do? What do people... The wild huckleberry just had to bring the water in for our rabbits, thaw the water and give them fresh. We just give them cover and open place to put them for when. Oh, an open place. I'm guessing you got to keep them out of the wind, I'm guessing, in the summer. Okay. Lila has been sorely missed. Peggy eats rabbit. Yeah, Amy, I just found out a few hours ago about Lila. I've never tried rabbit. But I'm not against it. I'm just not gonna. Well, I might. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what my interest. Well, I know some of my interest in rabbit is that they're small. They're small. They don't take up a lot of space. They don't take up a lot of food. They don't make a lot of noise. You can use they produce fertilizer, which I could one day, if I ever decide to learn how to garden, or if I ever take it seriously. Rabbit just seems like a good homestead animal along with gardening. Amy likes rabbit. Cheryl likes rabbit meat. We're talking about food. Lorie Carp. In winter, rabbit use small black rubber bowls so it can dump ice out and refill like the water bowls used for the boy goats. Amy, what are you doing with your quail in the winter? Jackie Saylor, you could always sell their poop to... What? You can sell their poop. Rabbit manure can go directly into gardens. It doesn't have to be seasoned. I didn't know you could sell it, though. Stitching it up, capturing country life. Bye for now. Bye. See you, and I'm glad you came in. The wild huckleberry, they have their houses to get in out of the wind. In the winter, also the wall they have protects them from the north wind. Peggy says, I don't know the breed. They are meat rabbits. Our preacher gave us 3 to start, and we have 2 babies. Lorie Cart, rabbits, you can sell babies. Use poop for garden. You can eat them. Lots of use for... Yes, there is a lot of use for rabbits. Not so sure that I would use them for everything. I don't know that I would eat them. And I might. I just don't know. I've never tried rabbit. I don't even know if I like it. But it just seems like a productive animal. It just does. Jackie, just stick to big Rubbermaid storage containers under the hutch with a couple of small holes for drainage of urine. Shane, working on the solar option, but there's an option to put hand heaters under the water bowls, but afraid of a goat trying to eat it. Yes, that would be a problem. But I guess you could do it like on the chickens, like the chickens, that might work. Rabbit is good if you make it right. Otherwise, it can be very greasy. Well, Kelly, I am not a cook. So I don't know if I can make it right. Debbie says, I have a pet rabbit who lives in my apartment with me. She's litter box trained. Mom had a friend, and she's passed away, who had a rabbit, trained rabbit, indoor rabbit. She loved rabbits and would be very upset at this conversation. I could cook it correctly for you. Jackie said that way you don't have to shovel it. It doesn't break down. Okay, it doesn't break down into soil too fast. We use the poop on my... what's Meal is it Mills Garden last year. She absolutely loved it. Lorie Carp, Lorie, even if you don't eat the rabbits, you can sell them. Yeah, like that's what I was thinking, and use the poop, because I really am going to get into gardening. It's just that, and last year, I went there this past spring, summer, whatever, and it's like, then Greg moved out in November, and it was my first year doing everything alone. And let me tell you something, I was busy. Is your mother-in-law okay? Mother-in-law, MIL, mother-in-law. I was very busy, and I'm still busy. But I see myself looking around, and I see, I have a hobby that I haven't, I don't guess, shared with you guys, or had a hobby before I moved to this house, and that is fish. Not fishing, but aquarium fish, live bearers, and I have, I guess, gotten used to doing things alone, to the point where I feel like I might have time to get back into having fish in the house. I don't know, a couple aquariums, maybe a couple of 10 gallons and a 5 gallon. I want some shrimp as well. Um, I don't, I know I don't. There have been a couple of comments even recently about the bicycles that are out there. Those were Greg's bicycles, and there's two of them out there, and it must bother people that they're still there. Like, I don't even know what to do with them. Like, I don't have a dumpster. Like, I guess I could haul them off, but I need to haul off everything else that I need to get hauled off as well. Setting that kind of stuff aside, like, you never finish anything out there. There are so many things that there's Cassie, Walker Farm Fam, and Narrowway Farms. Hello. So there are so many things that I could, like, be doing. I should never sit down, like, or I wouldn't ever sit down if I constantly was doing, uh didn't get a formal invitation, but I'm here. Nice, Cassie. Whose side are you on? Um so I'm distracted now by that comment. Y'all quit saying hi to Cassie. You need to be getting on to her for being ornery. Amy, I just said quit saying hi to Cassie. Uh, so anyway, not everything is going to get done. I am going to sit down and not edit. I am going to sit down and do nothing at times. And so, but I've gotten to where I have got like a routine. I can take care of the animals, even though I have gotten more animals since Greg left. I'm up to 8 dogs now, 2 of them on medication, just, I seriously, I got more. Well, I kind of do have more goats, but I sold a bunch of goats over the summer, and I had, there were more cows there for a long time, but some of them I've moved on over to Amy's house. But I feel like I've kind of gotten into a routine of things where I can get back into aquarium fish. It is just a hobby. I don't know. I really enjoy them. I've been watching aquarium YouTube channels lately. So if I've gotten behind on, like, I don't know, Cassie's channel or something, watching that's because I'm watching guppies or shrimp or, whatever on aquarium channels. Kelly likes red cherry shrimp. I like Bloody Marys. I believe that's what they're called. See, the red cherry, I think the shell is red, and then the is it Bloody Marys? Is that right? I don't know, but the other ones are like red through and through, just like the difference in like a black Orpington chicken and a Iam Somali. The black Orpington is black feathers, but the Iam Somali is black feathers, black skin, black meat, and all that. And so I like those, and the blue ones. And there's orange out there. I don't know. I might need a few tanks. You can't mix the shrimp because they won't stick to the yellow, or they won't stick to the orange or the red or the blue or whatever they were. When they breed, they will intermix and cause, I don't know, brown or something. She's late. She needs to do a report. Yes, Cassie is late. She needs to write an essay. What? Yeah, Amy's not good at following instructions. Walk farm fam. If you do nothing, then who works on your farm? Apparently, only Ransom works around here. I was noticing that Ransom's the only one. Ransom, and Gary. They're the only ones that do anything around there. Kathy, very late, no notification. Will watch replay. Too cold to remember without notifications. Negative 24 now. Wow. Simply Jan, it was great spending time with y'all, but need to go. Thank you, Jan, for stopping in. Caitlin, my niece, is in here. Grace CG is my niece, Caitlin. Lorie Carp is typing in code. I think it says, Lorie, I don't know what it says. Something about having a 10 or 20 gallon tanks in the house. So funny to watch. So funny to watch. I love having a 10 or 20 gallon. Oh, I see what you're saying. Caitlin is late, was cooking nice Cajun honey butter salmon. I don't like salmon. Bloody Mary is an alcoholic drink, isn't it? I like shrimp cocktails. Ding dong. I think it's bloody. Is it Bloody Mary? Man. Oh my gosh, Caitlin, that sounds amazing. Okay, guys, just one second. Un momento. Look. It is a cocktail. Bloody Mary shrimp, a type of freshwater shrimp that are known for the bright red color and translucent shells. They're popular choice for aquariums and are often recommended for beginners. Yes, so it's Bloody Mary, and it might be the red cherry that's red through. One's just the shell, and one's like really red, true red through and through. Yes, Cassie, Bloody Mary is a V8 in vodka, I believe. How do I not like salmon? It smells funny. I don't eat fish anyway. I do not eat fish. I just like watching them in a tank. I like to fish, sort of. I'm kind of don't have the energy for that anymore, but smoked salmon is good, but expensive. I thought you were talking about eating shrimp. No, Cassie. No, I'm talking about getting a few aquariums in the house. I used to have at the other house, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tanks, I think. There may have been more than 7, might have been 8, 9, but I can think of 7. I had 4 in my bedroom, and they were 10 gallons, and I had a 29 and a 15 long. I don't know. I used to have a lot of fish. But guys, it's been an hour. It's 2 minutes and it'll be an hour. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I thank you guys for coming in. I will be live unless something goes wrong, or I will try to be live next Monday about the same time, 6:15. You guys go watch that video that I put a link to, and I'm going to put it in the comment section. I'm going to get off here and go pin it in the comment section. Please go take a look at it. We'll see you until next week. Bye.